Hi guys, so if you recall, we did this masterboard in our last project and I told you guys that we were going to do something with it. So I looked up the name of the project that I wanted to mimic or to copy, and it was the Tim Holtz layer frames. And so what it looks like is just a masterboard like this, and it's cut out into frames. So aside from that, I am going to show you again the basics, I guess, of how to do other things with it. Tags, of course, labels, mini tags, and then little maybe window slides. So just a few different things that maybe we could do. So let's get started. So welcome back. Thanks for coming in. And let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to just get this underway to where I can actually have everything maybe, let me see. I think we're going to do it this way. I want to get everything just kind of evened out, I guess, because of the fact that this is not going to come out very straight. So I'm just going to do it this way with the back facing me, so I feel like it's just easier for me to cut. And then maybe, let's see, can I do it this way? No, we're gonna have to trim. We're gonna have to trim some off. So I'm just trying to get some type of even sides. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let me cut 3-inch strips for now. I am going to be using not my scoreboard, but more my cutter. I'm using the 12 by 12 because this is a bigger project, and so I'm going to need something bigger. I'm also going to be using our corner punches. This is the round one. Of course, it's faded, but this is the round one. This is the straight edge for the tags and whatnot. I'm going to be using Vintage Photo just because I already have it out. I'll be using just different things to decorate with. So I have the Ephemera Snippets, the holiday, I call it the winter, but the holiday ephemera pack. I have some labels out, and of course our mini paper dolls. And get out your favorite glue. I use art glitter glue for those who have been asking. This is what I use. I just refill it. I have a bigger bottle, and my cutter, my favorite cutter from Craftelier, and a metal ruler, maybe a pencil or something to mark with, but that's pretty much it. After that, we'll get into anything else that we might use. So let me even this out and make sure that I have this where I need it. Yeah, this is not going to be even here. So let's just work with what we got. I'm going to make windows, so I might make some maybe 3.5. Let's see, can I do it this way now since it's a little bit straighter? Yeah, let's do this, 3.5. So of course, you can use whatever measurements you'd like. Nothing is set in stone with this. I'm just trying to get an even line. That one's pretty even there. So let me just cut. This will probably end up being 3 3/8, just so that I can straighten out these edges. And let's see how tall we want our little windows. 4. Yeah, let's do 4. We'll do 4 inches. So it's going to be 3 3/8 by 4 inches is what I'm using. So So this one, I ended up cutting this way when it was supposed to be this way. We can still use this as a window this way. I just wanted it to be directional because of the way we cut it, or we did the, they're supposed to be this way so that you can see the lines. So we'll make some wide ones like this, and then we can make tall ones with this one. Maybe the frame will be a little bit thinner. So let's do maybe 3.5. Yeah, let's do 3.5. So I'm going to give you an example of what I'm looking at making. I'm just gonna cut everything up now. I do want to make some tags, which will be probably 3. I like them to be 3 inches by 5. And then we can do something with the little ones. We can make these out, we can make labels out of these, but these can be our tags. Isn't that pretty? I love the way this came out. So let's do this one. Again, we'll do it this way. So we'll do 3. So we're gonna do a little bit of everything. This is 3. And then we'll do it by 5. So just basically cutting out what we want. Look at how pretty those are going to be. This one I might have to trim just a tiny bit at the top, because I think that was the very top or bottom edge that I didn't go all the way. But that's it. Those are going to be beautiful. Okay, and then let's see what we could do with these. Should I still? Let's save that. We'll see what we come up with those. Okay, let me put this away for now. So let me show you what I made. I ended up making another masterboard just so that I can play with and make sure that I knew what I was going to do, and to make sure that it worked because I don't want any surprises. So this is what I did, and this is just leftover scraps that I had from the, what is it, the vintage Christmas paper pack that I got from Hobby Lobby. And so I just had a bunch of those and a few like little music sheets, and so I made these. And I just, with my little fine tip black pen, I just like did like faux stitching. Can you see that? All the way around. And I just thought that gives it a really fun look, because if you notice the layer frames from Tim Holtz, they are actually stitched. And so I just wanted to see what it would look like if I gave it like a faux stitch look. And I like it. I like the way it looks. Here's one without the stitching. And again, this is just the back of my scrapbook paper. Here is one of the little windows. I actually put acetate on this because I thought that this might be fun to make maybe as a little pocket. So I actually did put, can you see that? I put acetate on the back. And I also did the stitching on this one. And then these I made into slides. I just thought that this was really cute. So with this one, I did something fun. Not only did I do the stitching and I put the little guy in the inside, but I didn't glue him down. I glued the frame around him, but I did not glue it down, because look what I did. I made it double-sided. So I got doubles of each of the little pieces of ephemera, and I doubled them up. I glued them together. So this, I glued 2 of them together. Blah, can't even talk. And so I did the same thing with this, and I did the same thing with this, and I just put a little guy there so you couldn't even see him from the front. And here I did it to where his hat is covered by the little label on the top. And so technically this could probably move around, but it won't, because it's just pretty tight in there. So isn't that cool? So I'll show you how I do that. And then this is just the regular with, really, I did put the back on this one, but I didn't cover her up on the back side. So there's that. And then with little extras I had left over, I made tiny little labels. So I wanted to just kind of show you what they looked like. So this one has the stitching around it. This one does not. And these are two that I decorated. Again, this one has the stitching and this one does not. And then I made a bunch of labels. Look at these. Aren't they cute? So these are upright. I did some stitching on this one. So some have the stitching, some don't. And so I just thought that these labels looked super fun. And then I left two blank so that you could see what they look like without anything on them. So just to give you guys an idea of what we're going to be making today. So I thought that this was going to be really, really fun. So we have a bunch of projects to do, so let's get started. This I'm going to make one of the frames with, but I wanted it to be, we can do just single side or we can do double-sided, but this one I have two of the same. So we'll do this double-sided and we'll make this one of the acetate frames and put an image or whatever in the middle. So I have these two, so we can go ahead and figure out, we can do it this way or we can do it just upright. Let's just do it upright and see how that looks. Because if you notice on these, I know I'm blabbing guys, but if you notice on these, it's going horizontal and these will be going vertical. So let's just try it out and see what it looks like. I'm going to just put this down on my mat, and I think I'm going to do it this way so that I can mark it. So this is what I do. I'm doing a 1/2 inch border all the way around. So I'm going to mark it with my pencil, just from the top to the bottom, and I'm going to do that on all sides so that I can get my center square that we'll end up cutting. And so I'm just going to do this all the way around, and it'll just give me an even border. And technically you don't have to do it from end to end, but whatever, it's fine. So we'll do this on both of them. Doesn't have to be perfect, just as close as you can. Just lining it up with one of the grid lines and then marking it. Now it probably won't be perfect when we glue them together, but that's okay. My other one isn't either, and I bet you didn't even notice. I bet you didn't notice my mistake. But you know what? They're not going to be. Exactly. They're not going to be perfect. And that's the beauty of the craft, junk journaling. It doesn't have to be perfect. And actually, the more rugged, the better, I think. And last one is this. So now we have our center square. So we're just going to be cutting around here. So let me grab my cutter and use this again. And I mark it first only because I want to make sure that I don't cross that line. And we don't have any extra slits where we don't need them. So I'm going to go ahead and carefully, because you don't want it to slip, I think I'm going to bring it a little bit further to my right just to give me a little bit more leverage when I'm trying to cut down. So I'm pressing pretty firmly because we have all of those layers to go through. I don't know why I'm trying to line it up with my grid if I already have my line here, but that's okay. But I just thought that this would be kind of a fun idea since I saw them, the layered frames at Joann's when I went. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to buy any. Because you know me, I'm a sucker for anything Tim Holtz. But with this one, I said, you know what, that could be a cool project to actually make our own. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So there it is. We could cut these into labels, maybe cut them in half, or use actually do a tag. We could do a tag with that too. So I feel like there's going to be very little scraps for us to use because we're going to probably use up everything. So this might be a long one. So make sure you get your coffee, tea, soda with ice. What's your favorite soda? I'm in between two right now that I absolutely love. I try not to drink a lot of soda, okay? So I don't want anybody to come back and start scolding me and telling me, Maggie, you shouldn't be drinking so much soda. But when I do drink some, I try to drink a lot of water. But when I do drink soda, my all-time favorite, and sometimes I get mixed reviews when I say what my favorite, my first favorite is. My first favorite is Dr. Pepper. Some people are like, oh, gross. It tastes like medicine to some people. Others are like, oh my gosh, yes, that's me too. And others are like, no. But, so I'm in between that one and ginger ale. I absolutely love ginger ale. I was on this kick of not drinking any dark soda for a really long time. And so my favorite go-to drink was ginger ale. These, let me think. These could just be, I think this one we're going to put the acetate on it. And then these we can cut individually and they'll just be individual little frames. So let's do that. I want to cut everything out first. So let's do this. And you can forward this if you need to, but I'm going to do just these two. And try to get them, cut the little windows, and then we can do the simple tags, labels, all that good stuff. So I'm trying to take advantage of my quiet time because today is the last day of my kids having school before they go on to their winter break. So I'm taking advantage of my last quiet day. Well, technically no, because I have things that are going on to where I'm going to be without two of my kids this time because they're going to be going out of town with my husband to see his family, which is so super fine. I mean, you guys don't even know. I'm like all about, you know, seeing the parents. And so whenever my husband gets a chance to go, then I tell him to go. I'm not even stressing about it. So he'll have two and I'll have two. But it's completely fine, and I'm really happy that he's able to go because he's always working so much. So this one did not go very straight. There it goes. Okay. So yeah, so those are my two favorite sodas. But I have a new holiday drink that I've been liking lately. And it is the Sprite Cranberry. I don't know why I'm talking about sodas. Oh, because I told you guys to get your favorite drink. Because this one's going to be a long one. I'm just rambling, trying to use up some of this time that I'm cutting so that you're not bored watching me cut. This could be another cute little tag or something. So these we could leave as is. I still like the acetate on it though, because I think if you're going to use it as a frame, it would probably be really cute instead of just keeping it open, just an open little window, which you can. You can use it to frame something on a journal. And of course, this doesn't have to be holiday themed. This can be year round. I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, I think he does have a set of frames that are just the beige neutral colors. I'm thinking that he does. So just pull this. There it is. So there's that. So did I say what my favorite holiday drink was? It's the cranberry Sprite. It's so good. You haven't tried it, you need to. Okay, so we're gonna leave these as is. And these I'm going to add the acetate to make sure that they're pretty even. Yeah. And let's get the acetate out. Super simple. We're just going to measure out a little square. Is this one or two? Yeah, this is just one. Okay, so let's see. It's easier for me to see it this way. I'm going to use my pen to mark it. I want it to be, I gotta see where it is because I'm getting lost in the, okay, so we're gonna mark it here. So we'll mark it here and here. Okay, I'm going to use my cutter. I'm going to need 2 of them. Oops. I'm just going to use my scissors for this. And then just cut this. I might need to trim this down. I don't think this is going to be... Oh, just by a little bit. So just eyeballing how big you want the acetate to be. I think this little corner that I have left here would probably fit. Let's see. Yep, fits. Okay, I'll just do one little window one because I don't want to take up too much time. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to glue down one side. I need to think about how I did it because I did it a couple nights ago. You want to get a thin layer because you don't want it to seep out. And then we'll put this down, making sure it has enough around. Okay. Now, I already have set aside a couple that I know will fit back to back. What is it? These two will fit because it's the same thing. So I have those. I also have these little tags, which will also fit. I need something that I could use for the top. So I'm going to need something that's a little bit smaller, maybe like a little label or something. Like, look, I can use these two on the top without taking out, because you can actually take out the little enclosure bit, but we're not going to. I want to use it whole. So we'll use those. And then we need to get two little people that will be small enough to cover. I could use just something that's maybe around the same size. These two are. I really didn't want anybody sitting because I feel like I have to position them to where they're actually sitting. But I might be able to work around it. I think we'll just do that. They're little cuties too, aren't they? All right, let's see what we could do. Let's first glue these little things together. Come on. My glue needs to cooperate with me today. Okay. There it is. So we're just going to get two of the same, glue them together, and I'm just going to get rid of the white ends. Okay, so there's that one. Then we'll do these two. Because I kept thinking, you know, it's a little window frame. And so I thought it needs to have, you know, you can maybe put it like in a little pocket or something. And I thought that would be really cute to have them, you know, double-sided, because you need to be able to see something on both sides. Okay, so there's that one, and now we'll glue these together, these little ones. I'm thinking that this sweater with these sleeves was probably not a good idea for me today. The sleeves are huge. I love this sweater, but it needs to be more of a sweater that I take when I go outside or something, because otherwise it kind of gets in my way. Okay. Now we can go ahead and put this one on here. We can glue this one down. So let's do that. And then just like I did with the other one, I'm just going to let it float in there. I'm not going to glue it because I noticed that when I tried gluing, then you're going to see it. You're going to see the glue. So I'm just going to let it float in there. So what we're going to have to do is glue this all together without it showing. So this would be cute to put it like this because of the tag. Maybe put them on this side. Put this like this. Maybe put this here. That'll be cute. Okay, let's do that. Let me glue this probably about here. Okay. So you'll still see the layers on the other side, but I'm going to put it this way so that it's not even Steven on here. So I can put this here, and then maybe put this here just to cover. So it'll be like a little cluster that we're creating. Yeah. Making sure that I had both sides upright. And then I'll just put this here. Or maybe I can put a little bit of glue down here just to keep it from moving. See how it's going to be layered on the other side? And then so these little guys we can put here. Excuse me. And then we can put the other little girl on the back. So let me get my tweezers for this because I hate getting glue on my fingers. So we'll put them here. So we're just positioning them so that you can't see them on the back, see? And then this little girl, we can put right here. And there you have it. So you've got your floating little cluster in the middle. There. See? Cute, right? Okay. So we're going to put that there. And then let me make sure that I have these upright this way, and then this is going to be this way. Okay, so this is going to go like this. So let's put her here, and then we're going to glue all around here. Try not to overdo it on the glue and not to go too far over the edge like I did there, because you don't want the glue to go into your little space there where the acetate is. See? Okay, let's put more glue here. It needs just a tiny bit more glue. And then press it down. But it's going to be so cute that it's floating in the middle. Reminds me kind of like those those little shaker cards. And then we can trim off anything that needs to be trimmed. So I'm just pressing down. Cute, cute, cute. Isn't that cute? See, now here I might want to trim off just this tiny bit here. Let me get my scissors. So let me just trim that tiniest bit off, just so that I don't see it because it's going to bug me. And here. And here. I told you it's not going to be exactly 100% even, Steven, but it's okay. Because scissors fixes everything. Let's ink this. I probably should have done that before we glued it together, but that's okay. It still looks super cute. There it is. There you have your little layer frame, double-sided. Cute, right? I love that. And look, you can move it. Look, see? Put it right in the middle. I love it. I think that's so much fun. Okay, so there's that. That was my favorite. Then this one, let's round these corners because I just like them better rounded. Oh, we could decorate the edges. See, you can leave them this way or you can leave them this way. Rounded, straight. They actually have them straight. But should we stitch around it? Do you guys like the way that looks with the stitched look? Let me go around this one. All we do are little dashes all the way around. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just think it looks cute. And for some reason, my little pen here is like those, I don't know what you call it, the fine tip pen, but it takes a minute for it to dry. So the last time I did this, I didn't notice, and I had the ink all over my fingers. So now I gotta position my hand in a different way so that it won't get ink all over. There, with the stitching on the side, you see? Cute. Okay, I'm just gonna do one side because it's still wet. Okay, now you can leave these as is or you can add the acetate, but there's your frames. Okay, let's make some tags. So here are these. Let's see, which way do I want to go with this? I guess it doesn't matter because everything's sideways. So this one we're going to use, I just love to use this corner punch. So just use that. Let's make this the top. And then of course I like to round the bottom edges. I just like the way that looks better. So again, these are 3 by 5. And then we're going to use my hole punch. Just trying to center it. And as usual, I will go ahead and link as much of the supplies that I'm using as I can. But of course, the base, which is your, for example, my scrapbook paper, is going to be different. So you guys use whatever you have. But I will link everything else because I know that you guys like to see exactly what I'm using, down to the glue and scissors and all of that. So I like to share. Let's do it on this side too, because I just like the way it looks on both sides. And I have all my twine and my jute cord rope stuff. I have all of that out too. But we're gonna quickly decorate these. Then we'll go on to our labels. Okay, let me ink around these. I'll just do the one side. I'm not going to do both sides. I just want that finished look in the front. But this masterboard was so much fun. I really, really like the way this came out. Aren't those tags beautiful? Okay. Let's decorate them first, and then we can go on with the next. I'm gonna bring out my holiday people. Oh, those little girls are so cute. I wonder if I could cut these two out. Or I could just do one and one of these. Let's just do one and one. And then I have bells. I don't want to do something like that. Let's do a 25 on one of them. Use up my stuff, right? Oh, and I have it in black too. Okay, there you go. So we'll use those. I think I'm going to use the hand on one of them. We'll do two little people. The kids, the kitty cats. So let's see. Let me look in this and see if I have something that I could use as a background. This would actually be really cute, but I don't want to cover too much. That would be cute to put them on top, right? Or should I do this with the girl? Can put her on top of this little frame. Does it go this way? I think it goes this way. No. No, I was right. It goes this way. I can hear you now telling me, don't cover it up. The collage is so pretty. Fine, I won't. I won't cover it up. But I do need something behind her so that I can kind of, she'll stand out a little bit. So let's see if I can find something cute to put on the side of her. I can use that for this one. What about this? Put this way or this way. Put her like this. And maybe, I saw a little flash card. We'll do that for that one. This one, I have this lumber one. Special delivery. I need a little thing on the bottom. No, that's too long anyway. We'll put that. Okay. Oh, I do have a label I can put on the bottom. We'll see. Okay. Let me go ahead and ink this. I just need something for them to be backed up against, because I don't want them to be lost in the tag. So I feel like I have to kind of put something behind them, just to kind of frame them, I guess, a little bit. Just putting this down. And let's see, where do I want to put the 25? Should I put the 25 on top of her or behind her? Ooh, that 25 is huge. I don't know. I feel like that's really too big. I have this that I could put maybe here. Let's do that better. Let's just go ahead and put her down. Glue her. Put her about here. And then we'll put this on the corner of her feet. There's that. I'm probably using red twine for this. The jute, wait, twine. No, twine. I get confused with the names of all of these things. But yeah, this is twine. This is the jute, right? So I got all my stash out so that I can make it look cute. Trim that down. So there's that one. Cute. Okay. I'm stashing everything off to the side. I could put a bell behind him. That might be cute. No, we'll keep it simple. I'm just going to ink around this. Again, just to kind of have it like a border. Let me see how far down I want to put this, or how far up. I guess here, just a little bit above the red line. Above the red line, I said. Okay. And then maybe put this over here. No. Maybe a label better, so you can kind of tell that there's some type of difference here. Or should I just put the believe? We'll put the believe. Something needs to be bigger to stand out there. And put this here. Put the little boy and his dog. Put this right here. Straighten them up. And we'll put maybe green on him. And the tags are done. Just even that out. Put that label back. Put these back. There's our other tag. And let's just do a couple labels. So let's get out my mini cutter. Where did I put that one at? I thought I kept it out. Oh, here it is. Got stashed under my stuff. So normally I'll have this. This is about 2.5 inches. I could do it this way. 3 inches by 2. So let's do by let's try the 1.5 mark and see how big that tag would be, or maybe a little bit thinner. Yeah. Okay. Again, labels don't have an actual, look, there's a label. This could be a label too. Let me just do this with the smaller, yeah, the smaller. See, this one can be a small tag. And rounding the corners here, punching the hole, putting a little the hole reinforcer. We can put the red on this one. You can use them as gift tags. You can use them to decorate your journals and Happy Mail. Isn't that cute? The tags, let's see. I'm trying to see what size I did these tags because I like this size. So this is 3 by 1.5. Okay, so let's trim this off. And let's see what size these are. Perfect, 3. And then we'll trim this to 1.5. There's a tag there. These are 2.5. So we can do smaller tags for this one, or see, let me see this way. Yep, 3 by 1.5. So let's cut this down. So here we have 2 labels. We can round the edges on these. Aren't they pretty? So let me move all of this out of the way. And then I have just these, they're little scraps of my coffee dyed paper that I had. And so I thought that this might be fun to have on the front. Let's see, maybe this way. I'm just gonna trim it down just a tad. Maybe about here. And then maybe about here. I would probably round the edges on this too. Let's see if that'll let me. Yeah. Because the paper is, I think because of the coffee dyed, it kind of made it a little bit more sturdier after it dried. But we can use these scraps to make our labels. So we'll do these two. I'm going to ink around this. And this one. So we're cramming a few projects into one, but just to kind of show you what you can make with your masterboards. I think my favorite would probably be, I love labels, you know me with my tags, but I think my favorite is the little floating image in the window frame. Or the layer frame is what it's called. I know that I'm covering up. You can leave it blank and just leave it like that if you're gonna put it in like Happy Mail or something, but I just like the way it looks when they're decorated. We can use one of these. We can do it this way and put this little guy here. Let's see what other, Santa's Workshop. That's probably for like a little kid, little kitty one. We have these. So let's put this, let me put this down. Let's put it this way. Put that here. And then I think I want to put him here. So we can put this maybe behind him. This little thing. So we could put this here. And then maybe, let's see. You know what? We're going to leave it like that. I don't think it needs anything else. And put him right there. I think that's cute. We'll ink around. So there's that one. This one I do want to put like a little kid on it, but I don't know. Or we don't have to put a paper doll. We can just put something fun, like maybe that. And What else do I have? I have this. I'm just getting out the little bits and pieces. See what I like more. We can put this here. Put this here. Yeah. I got it. I got it. Put this here. Off to the side. We can put this right here. Touching the bottom. And we can put this here. There. See? Something different. There it is. All right, guys. So I gave you guys a few ideas on how to use up your masterboards. And again, you know, the sky's the limit, really. You can do a bunch of stuff. I still have more that I could play with, so I'll probably end up doing that a little later. But here's small tag. Here's labels. Here's bigger tags. Here's just the regular frames that you can use to your heart's content. Put it on a page, actually glue it down, and put like a little image or something in the middle, something that you want to frame. So that would be really cute. Maybe if you want to actually stitch around it, you can do that, or do my little faux stitching and put that on, or make this floating little window. Isn't that cute? I absolutely love it. This is my favorite. So let me know what your guys' favorite is. You like the floating window, just the plain regular OG frames, the large tags, or the labels. And that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys coming back and, you know, sharing some time with me. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys back here on Monday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. All my links are down below in case anybody's interested, and I will see you guys Monday. Thanks, guys. Bye.